Hey guys, it's Rianne, and today I'm going to be sharing with you my October favorites. I'm really excited, so let's go ahead and start with beauty. My first favorite for October is the lipstick that I'm wearing right now, and I can actually say that I wore this pretty much every day I did my makeup in October. I didn't use any other lip products besides chapstick and the lip pencil I used to apply this. And this is the color Edgy from Lancome, and I just think that it is the most beautiful dark purple color that I have seen in a long time. It's very close to the nail polish I'm wearing, which I will get to. I really like this Lancome lipstick. It has a little bit of shimmer in it as well, but I'm not sure you can tell at all when it's on, but it's just a really beautiful color, and I think it's perfect for fall. And so that was my first favorite. So before I put on that lipstick, I line my lips, just because with darker lip colors, it's definitely a good idea to line your lips to make sure that it'll stay put. And so what I had been using is this Lancome Le Crayon in Cherub. And what I actually think is amazing about this is it's so moisturizing that I lost the cap to this literally months ago, and it is still not dried out. And if that's not amazing, I don't know what is, because I had another one that I lost the cap to that was a Clinique lip liner, and it definitely dried out. So this one did not dry out, and it's in the color Cherub, and I just think it's absolutely amazing and wonderful and awesome. And it's the perfect dark base for this color to go over. So those two Lancome lip products were basically all I wore this month. My next beauty favorite is a blush from e.l.f. This is the e.l.f. blush in Mellow Mauve, and it just looks like this. It's a mauve color. And what I like about this is it's extremely inexpensive. I'm pretty sure that these are only like, I forget how much they are, but they're very, very inexpensive. I get them at Target. And you can also buy them online through e.l.f.'s website, which I have purchased things from that website before as well, and I've just always had a good experience with e.l.f. products. And so this is really inexpensive, but the color payoff is just amazing. And it works really well with a darker lip, and it kind of just ties in the whole mauve toned look. So I really have been liking this month as well. I've also really been liking 3 MAC eyeshadows this month. These 3 kind of became my everyday makeup look, and I already did a tutorial on the look, except for in the tutorial I also add a little bit of black in the crease, which I only do when I want a more dramatic look, but this is sort of what I do every day, and I'm also wearing it. That's why I'm gesturing towards my face. And so the color I put on my lid is called Amber Lights, and it's this color from MAC. It gets a lot of hype on YouTube. I'm sure you've heard of it. It's a very orangey gold color, but the color payoff is just absolutely beautiful. Whenever I wear this shadow out, I think because the color payoff is so rich and it's just such a unique color, people are always asking me what it is, and I really like that about it. And yeah, that's the color I've been wearing on my lids. And then in my crease, I've been putting a matte brown color from MAC called Brown Down. Again, a pretty famous color on YouTube. And I love dragging this along my lower lash line as well. It's just a great matte black color. It's a little bit harder to blend in, just because I think it's formulated a little bit more, I don't know, it's just not as creamy. But I don't mind that personally. I think that because of the color and the nature of it being matte, that's just what's going to happen. And so I absolutely love this color as well. And then I have a third color I put under my brow bone, and that is called Blanc Type. And basically this is just a matte creamy color, but it's my favorite color to put under my brow and sort of blend my crease color with. I just think it's a really great blending aid, and I definitely have been loving all 3 of those colors together in a makeup look this month. The fourth shadow I have to show you is actually part of a palette from Wet n Wild, and it is this matte black definer color in this palette, which is called Blew Me Away. And the reason why I talk about this is because this color, although I had those 3 MAC shadows and they were a lot more expensive than this palette was for all of these shadows, this one just really blew my mind away. What I like about this is I have the Urban Decay Naked 2 palette, which has a matte black color in it. And this is so comparable. It's definitely a dupe. It might even be better than that color in there, but I use this for liner on my upper lash line, and I also use it when I put it in the crease for a little bit more of a dramatic look, like I did in that tutorial, which I will have linked in the information bar below. But I absolutely love this color, and I just think it's amazing, and the quality just I can't believe it's so inexpensive for the quality that you get. So if you need a matte black color and you're looking for something a little bit less expensive, highly recommend this palette. I have for a long time. So my next favorite, I guess, is still a beauty favorite, but it's the nail polish I'm wearing, and this is the only nail polish I wore this month, except I wore something else over it, I think at the beginning of the month, one time when I did my nails. But this is the only color I've been wearing, and I've been wearing it very consistently, and it is this NYC New York color New York Minute nail polish in the color Manhattan, and it is this gorgeous plum color, and it's very similar to the lip color, and I absolutely just have been loving these sort of red, purpley plums for fall, including oxblood, so I absolutely love this color. So now moving into some fashion favorites from this month, I definitely talked about this accessory in my I Heart Fall tag, and that is this beanie from Urban Outfitters, and I did tell a story about how when I first bought it I had buyer's remorse because I didn't think I would ever wear it, but I've been wearing it non-stop this month, which makes me feel a lot better. I bought this a few years ago, so I don't know if they still have it, and I remember I brought this to my friend's house after I bought it, and I was like, look what I got! And two of them were like, that's not worth $30, but they were guys, so maybe it's different. My girlfriends were all like, it's so cute, you have to get it! So I guess that could just be girls versus guys in terms of that, but I absolutely love this beanie. My next favorite this month I actually just wore in a lookbook that I just posted, and I've been having to kind of keep track of where I wear this to make sure I don't wear it too often because it's just my favorite piece of clothing right now, and it is this newspaper sweater that I got at the thrift store, and I think I got this over the summer. I definitely did a thrift haul, and I remember I was like, oh, I'm not gonna get to wear this until winter, but it's definitely paid off waiting to wear it because I absolutely love it. And I was walking across campus, and this girl I didn't even know was just kind of walking in the same path as I was, and she was like, that is a cool sweater. I just wanted to let you know. And I was like, oh, thank you. But yeah, don't you love that when people like say that you have something cool on or something? I don't know, it just is a really good feeling, especially when it's a stranger and you don't know them and they like took the time to tell you that they liked your sweater. It's kind of tacky, which I also kind of love, but basically any kind of sweater or jumper that I can throw on and wear sort of just with jeans or jeggings is definitely one of those, you know, I'm lazy but I can still look cute because I have a sweater on type of deal. So I really like this sweater and it's cozy, so yeah. My next fashion favorite have definitely been my oxblood skinny jeans. I was on the lookout for these as soon as it became fall because I knew oxblood was going to be the color of the season because I read it in magazines. And so I was really happy when I got my hands on the 7 for All Mankind skinny jeans, and I just absolutely love the color. It's a great way to wear the color, and I've been wearing a ton of black and white with a pop of oxblood lately, sort of to the point where I need to probably branch out a little more, but I've been absolutely loving these, especially because they're comfortable, and I just absolutely love them. So one of my next favorites this month has definitely been Soul Society, and I was introduced to Soul Society at BeautyCon, and you guys might have noticed in my BeautyCon video like I was filming all the shoes because they all were so pretty, and so the people at Soul Society were generous enough to bring a pair of shoes for everyone there, and they also had gift cards in case, you know, you couldn't get your favorite shoe in your size, which I thought was really nice. And when I was looking at the table, I saw these shoes and I was like, oh man, I really want those, but I bet they won't have size 5 because a lot of shoe companies don't carry size 5s. And so I went up to the lady and I was like, do you guys have size 5? And they were like, yeah, we have size 5. And I was like, oh, okay, I want those in size 5. So I was lucky enough to get these ones, which was crazy because these were the only size 5s that they had in this shoe. And they were actually the display shoe. So they gave them to me and I was really, really happy about that. But I was even happier because I started wearing these a lot because this has kind of been my color scheme lately. The oxbloods, the dark purpley reds. And so I was wearing these out and I was just amazed at how comfortable they were for such a drastic heel. And so that's kind of where my whole Soul Society obsession began. Anyway, and these are called the Maria and they're in the burgundy color. So on a more day-to-day basis, I was definitely wearing flats, and the flats I have been wearing are my Steve Madden Troopa boots. I knew when I bought these that I would get a good amount of wear out of them because I have these brown sort of riding boot looking shoes from Steve Madden that I absolutely love. I really love these shoes. They're just super cool and they make me feel a lot cooler than I actually am. I feel like they're sort of like combat-y biker shoe, you know, tough looking, and I'm totally like this little not so tough looking person. So I like to wear these because they make me feel a little bit more tough than I actually am. So I have been really loving those shoes when I'm wearing flats. So speaking of BeautyCon, in the BeautyCon gift bags that everybody got, they gave us a full size of this Tone moisturizer. And before I started using this, I was using a Caress body wash, and they actually discontinued my favorite Caress body wash, which I was really disappointed about. But I got this in my gift bag and I didn't really think a lot of it, and so one day I was using this new Caress body wash that I gotten, which has a vanilla scent, which I don't know why I would buy it, because vanilla scents can sometimes make me feel really nauseous. So I was using it and I was just feeling really nauseous a few days in a row, so I was like, I remembered I had this, so I pulled it out, and it's called Vino Moisture, and I just popped it open to give it a smell, and it smells so good. I have it in the scent Crushed Grape and Shea Butter, and Crushed Grape is the perfect way to describe this scent. Don't be thrown off by the grape, because it doesn't smell like grape flavoring or grape children's medicine. It smells like biting into a crunchy red grape. And that's the best way I could describe it. It's so weird. I remember the first few times I was taking a shower with this, I was like, this is so weird. It smells like something I eat. But I really love this scent. I don't know, I'm not really even a fruity scent girl, but whatever this is, I like it. And so I haven't bought Tone in real life yet, because this is still my first bottle of it from BeautyCon. So I looked online on their website though, because I really want to use this forever and ever. And they said that it's sold at CVS, so I'm definitely going to go over to CVS. Again, it's by the company Tone, which I hadn't previously heard of, but it's amazing, and I definitely recommend it. So what's kind of been helping me just kind of have more energy throughout the day is this Tazo Awake Tea, and I absolutely love it. It's a black tea, so it has a good amount of caffeine in it, but it's not the same kind of caffeine as coffee has. When I drink coffee, two things happen to me. First of all, I get super jittery, and then another thing that happens to me when I drink coffee is I get a really bad stomach ache. And so the combination of those two things is not great. And the weird thing is, when I drink coffee, it doesn't happen every time, but it does happen a lot of the time. So I switched over to try some tea, and I tried this Tazo Awake Tea, and I'm not gonna lie, I tried it because it's called Awake. So I started drinking this every single day, and I really like it. And so in the morning, I just steep a cup of it. I don't put anything else in it. I don't put any creamer or sugar or milk. I just drink it straight, which I won't lie, it doesn't taste the best, but it doesn't taste bad to me either. And I'm really drinking it more for the energy than to enjoy a cup of tea. But this has been working really well for me, and so if you're having problems with, you know, being kind of tired and feeling sort of fatigued, I definitely suggest trying this out, because this will not make you jittery. So as some of you may know, I'm gluten-free, and that's because gluten gives me a terrible stomach ache when I eat it, and it makes me really dehydrated. So I am always looking for tasty snacks that are gluten-free, and so I found these Pop Chips sweet potato chips, and I love them. This is gonna sound kind of weird, but they totally taste like roasted marshmallows, which I absolutely think taste delicious. So yeah, I love these. And so they're great, they're gluten-free, and I really like them. This last favorite is also a food gluten-free favorite, and I found these gluten-free cookies. These are by Lucy's, and they're called Cinnamon Thins, and they taste like the gluten-free version of Snickerdoodles, and I really like Snickerdoodles. So when I was gluten-free, when I found out I had to be gluten-free, I was really upset, because I was like, cookies, but these are so delicious. And my friends who are not gluten-free, I've been like, try this cookie, it's delicious, and they're all like, oh, gluten-free, and then they try it and they're like, this is so good. So yeah, it's also, I think it has a lot of other stuff not in it too. Yeah, it has no peanuts, tree nuts, milk, or eggs. So if you're allergic to any of those things, you can also eat these. They're just so tasty. But one sort of warning about them, they are very crummy. Like as soon as you take a bite, they start to turn into dust. So if you're going to eat these, I definitely don't recommend like taking them on the go in your car or eating them in bed or anything like that, because you will have a huge mess. So yeah, I definitely think if you're going to eat these, make sure you eat them sort of over a plate or something, so that way you don't get crumbs all over everything. But they're really good, and I absolutely love them. So that brings us to the end of my October favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will talk to you next time. Bye guys!